After the age of 60, your body's metabolism doesn't just slow down. It begins to follow an entirely new set of rules. This is a medical truth that is so often overlooked. It's the reason why the diet that worked for you at 45 now seems to betray you. It's why you feel a creeping exhaustion in the afternoons, even after a full night's sleep. It's that subtle, frustrating feeling that you are doing everything right, eating less, moving more, but your body simply isn't responding the way it used to. This isn't your imagination, and it is most certainly not your fault. You're not playing the same game anymore, and today we're going to learn the new rulebook together. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and for over 15 years, I've had the privilege of helping women navigate the incredible changes in their bodies with clarity and compassion. My goal here is to give you the understanding and the tools to feel vibrant, strong, and truly at home in your body again. If this is the kind of conversation you've been looking for, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel. And I would so love to know where this community of strong women comes together. Please tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? Now let's talk about this metabolic reset. The hormonal shifts of menopause, the natural decline in muscle mass, and changes in how our cells use energy. These factors create a completely new internal landscape. Trying to apply old rules to this new territory is like using a map of Paris to navigate Tokyo. It's time for a new map. The first new rule is what I call the protein priority rule. So many women I speak with feel a sense of perplexing weakness creeping in. It's not just about lifting heavy things. It's the effort it takes to push up from a low chair, carry the groceries in one trip, or spend an afternoon in the garden without feeling wiped out for the next 2 days. It's a loss of stamina, a feeling of becoming less physically capable. I think of my patient, Margaret. She's a passionate gardener, and her roses are the talk of her neighborhood. But she came to me last year. Her shoulders slumped in a way I'd never seen. She confessed that weeding for just an hour left her arms feeling like noodles, and the big bag of soil felt impossibly heavy. "Emily," she said, "I feel like I'm fading. The joy is being replaced by dread." Margaret was still eating her usual light breakfasts of toast and fruit, believing she was making a healthy choice. Here's the science behind what Margaret was feeling. After 60, our bodies become less efficient at building and maintaining muscle. This condition even has a name: sarcopenia. Think of your muscle as your body's metabolic furnace. It burns calories even when you're resting. As we lose that muscle mass, our furnace shrinks. The fire just doesn't burn as hot. Furthermore, our bodies need a stronger signal to trigger muscle protein synthesis, the process of repairing and building muscle. A little bit of protein here, and there just doesn't send a strong enough message. The solution for Margaret, and for you, is beautifully simple. It's about front-loading your day with protein. Instead of a carb-heavy breakfast that your body quickly burns through, a protein-rich meal sends a powerful, sustained signal to your muscles that says, "Hold on, rebuild, stay strong." The actionable step is to aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein with your first meal. This could be 2 or 3 eggs with a side of Greek yogurt, or a smoothie made with a quality protein powder, spinach, and some berries. It's a shift in thinking from a light start to a strong start. When Margaret made this one change, the results were profound. Within a few weeks, she told me she could feel her endurance returning. The bag of soil still felt heavy, but it was a manageable heavy. She wasn't just working in her garden. She was enjoying it again. That is the tangible benefit. Reclaiming your physical confidence and energy. You are not just eating breakfast. You are fueling your strength for the entire day. This brings us to our second new rule. It's time to become an insulin whisperer. This addresses one of the most common and deeply frustrating complaints I hear: the stubborn ring of fat that seems to appear around the midsection, no matter how clean you eat or how many crunches you do. It's often paired with powerful sugar cravings in the afternoon, where you do anything for a cookie, and a subsequent energy crash that leaves you drained. Let me tell you about Susan. Susan was the picture of health. She walked every day, chose whole wheat everything, and ate low-fat yogurt. But she was exhausted and couldn't understand why the scale wouldn't budge, and her waistband felt tighter each year. She felt like her body was working against her, storing fat from the very air she breathed. Her healthy breakfast of yogurt with honey and a banana was, unfortunately, part of the problem. The science is all about a hormone called insulin. Think of insulin as a key. When you eat carbohydrates, they break down into sugar in your blood. Insulin's job is to unlock the doors to your cells to let that sugar in for energy. After menopause, however, our cells can become less responsive. This is called insulin resistance. It's as if the locks on the cell doors have become a bit rusty. Your body has to produce more and more insulin, shouting louder and louder to get the message through. A major side effect of high insulin levels is that it's a powerful fat storage hormone, particularly around the abdomen. So, how do we become an insulin whisperer? We learn to speak to our bodies more gently. The solution is not to eliminate carbohydrates, but to dress them up. Never send a carbohydrate to a party alone. When you eat a carbohydrate, pair it with protein, healthy fat, and fiber. These three companions slow down the absorption of sugar, preventing that big spike and the subsequent flood of insulin. For Susan, instead of yogurt with honey and banana, we switched to plain Greek yogurt, protein and fat, with a handful of berries, fiber, and some chopped nuts, fat and protein. A second powerful tool is a simple 10-minute walk after your meals, especially your largest one. This movement acts like a master key, helping your muscles soak up the sugar from your bloodstream without needing as much insulin. The benefit is a profound shift in your energy and your body composition. The frantic cravings begin to fade. The afternoon slump is replaced by steady stamina. And over time, by managing your insulin, you encourage your body to stop storing fat and start accessing it for fuel. You are not dieting. You are reestablishing a calm, respectful conversation with your hormones. You're becoming the master of your own energy. If this is resonating with you, just a gentle reminder to give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps other women who might be feeling this same frustration to find this information and our community. Finally, let's talk about the third new rule: treating movement as medicine, not punishment. For many of us, our relationship with exercise was formed decades ago, built on a no pain, no gain mentality. We were taught that we had to run for miles or sweat through an intense aerobics class to see results. But for a woman over 60, that approach can lead to aching joints, fear of injury, and utter burnout. The motivation wanes because the activity itself feels more like a penalty than a pleasure. I remember Diane, a patient who had been a runner her whole life. Running was her therapy, her identity. But now, in her late 60s, her knees ached for days after even a short jog. She felt lost. She tried swimming, but it didn't give her that same feeling of strength. She told me, "I feel like my only choice is to either be in pain or be sedentary, and both feel like giving up." The scientific truth for this new chapter of life is that while cardiovascular exercise is wonderful for your heart, the real medicinal movement for your metabolism, your bones, and your balance is resistance training. This doesn't mean you have to become a bodybuilder. Resistance training is simply any movement that places a demand on your muscles, forcing them to work against an opposing force. Think of it this way. When you challenge your muscles, you send a direct message to your bones to stay dense and strong. You are actively fighting off osteoporosis. You are building back that metabolic furnace we talked about earlier. And you are improving your balance and stability, which is the single most important factor in preventing falls and maintaining independence. Resistance training is the message your body is waiting to hear. The solution is to find a form of resistance that feels good for your body. This can be as simple as standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times without using your hands. It can be using light resistance bands while you watch television. It can be lifting small hand weights or even your grocery bags with mindful, controlled movements. The goal is to feel the muscle engage, to feel that gentle warmth of effort. It's about consistency, not intensity. The tangible benefit is a feeling of sturdiness. It's the confidence you feel when you catch yourself from a stumble. It's the ease of lifting your grandchild. It's looking in the mirror and seeing not a frail figure, but a strong, capable woman. Diane started with simple bodyweight squats and wall push-ups. She slowly incorporated resistance bands. She never ran again, but she told me with a huge smile, "I feel stronger now than I did 10 years ago. I'm not a runner anymore. I'm an athlete of life." Your body isn't fragile. It's responsive, and it will respond beautifully to this kind of loving, strengthening care. So please let go of the idea that you should be doing what you did at 45. The rules have changed, and that is a wonderful opportunity for a fresh start. The protein priority rule to fuel your strength, becoming an insulin whisperer to manage your energy, and treating movement as medicine to build a resilient body. This is your new rule book. It's not about restriction or punishment. It's about listening, understanding, and working in harmony with the incredible body that has carried you through a rich and beautiful life. Your body is not broken. It is simply asking for something different from you now. It is asking for wisdom. You are more than capable of giving it just that. You have a lifetime of resilience within you. Embrace this new chapter not as a decline, but as a chance to become more attuned to yourself than ever before. I would love to hear from you. In the comments below, please share one small change you're inspired to make after hearing this. Your journey inspires others. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Be well and be kind to yourself.